Good morning, KG2. I miss you. Do you miss me? I hope you do, and hope to see you soon, inshallah. Look at the cover of your Jolly Phonics orange books, okay? And look at the picture. It's a picture of a duck in water, and look at his face. He's really surprised. Oh, I think he's in shock because look where he is. Look at him. He's fallen inside freezing cold water because I can see like ice at the top. Can you? Let's go inside our book and see. Before we go inside, let's read the title together. Put your finger on the word with Peter Pointer and read. Duck gets stuck. Page number 1. Can you see on the side of your page there are lowercase sounds letters and there are uppercase, which are called capital letters. If you wish, with your pencil or with your finger, you can match the lowercase to the uppercase sounds, to the uppercase letters. Let's have a look at duck. Can you see that's duck's pond? Because ducks, they live near ponds because they go onto the pond. So they live near the pond. Okay, they have to have a pond to swim in and come out, So they live near ponds. And there's the duck. Can you see him? And the season now where he is it winter or summer, do you think? It is winter because the leaves of the trees have fallen and they've gone because it's so cold, they fall in winter, and the snow has covered all the trees, look, and the tops of the houses. Can you see? It's quite cold there, freezing cold, because there's a lot of snow around the pond. And I think the pond has frozen. The water on top has become ice. Let us see. Page number 2. Duck is snug in his nest. Can you see this picture? What is duck doing? He's sitting inside a nest. I wonder why. What do you think is inside the nest? And why is he sitting? What do you think he's got underneath there? What do you think he's got? What do you think? Why does he sit on the nest? That's his home now. See, that's his home. He goes back and he sits inside the nest. And it's very cold. Look, the snow underneath him. It's very cold. He's snug, means he's comfortable inside his nest. He's relaxing. Snug, snuggled up means all curled up in his nest. Duck, page 3, duck spots a big crust and grins. Do you know what grins mean? It means like you smile and you're grinning. He's seen a crust. A crust is a piece of a baguette, a long piece of baguette. A crust is crusty, crunchy. That's the crust. It's dry and crunchy, but it's on top of the pond. It's on the pond. Okay, and he's looking at it. Why do you think he's looking at it? Why do you think he's looking at that crust? Why is he grinning, doing this? Look, look at his eyes. Do you think he wants to go and get it? To feed his little ones, do you think? Let's have a look. He's got his nest ready, but we don't know what's inside the nest. If there's little ducklings, or are they still... They haven't hatched yet, and he's got his nest ready. But still, we're going to see what he's going to do with this crust. I think he wants to get it so he can eat it. So let's read again. Duck spots a big crust and grins. Page number 4. Oops! Look at Duck. Duck slips and skids. He skids. I wonder why. Because the top of the pond has become ice. Because it's very, very cold. And why did he get up from his nest? What did he want to do? Why did he get up and go there? He went to get the crust, right? So he jumped into the pond and woo! He skids. Oh, he's going to fall, I think. Do you think he's going to fall? I think he's going to fall on the next page. He will. He skids now. And then he's going to fall, I'm sure. Let's watch. Because he wants to get the crust. So let's read it again. Duck slips and skids. Do you know what skids means? Do you know what it means to skid? It means to slip. Because it is slippy, the ice at the top of the pond. There's water down, but there's ice on top because it's really, really cold. Page number 5. After he skidded, he fell. He fell on the ice. A sudden crack. Crack! Uh-oh, what do you think that sound is? I think it is the ice. The ice is cracking. That means it's going to break. And what will happen to Duck? He will fall into the pond. A sudden crack. Crack! Goes the ice on top of the pond. And Duck is stuck. That's why his face is like that, because he was stuck. Remember in the beginning I was asking you, why is his face surprised and scared? And Duck is stuck. He fell in the water and it's freezing cold. That's why as well. And there is ice around him. Half of him is in the water and he's stuck between the water and the ice. It's hard. Oh, poor Duck. Help! Help! He's shouting, help! Oh, look, half of him, can you see him in the water? He's stuck between the water and the ice. He's freezing cold as well. He's shouting again, help! Help! Page number 8. Duck's pal, Frog, hops up. Ribbit, 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 he says. And the duck looks at him, surprised. Brr, brr, he shouts, looking at him strangely. Look at his eyes. I think he's a bit frightened or is surprised because the frog jumped up from nowhere. Do you think the frog is also going to fall into the water? Ah, look at the frog, so helpful. Page number 9 now. Look at the frog. What is he trying to do? He's trying to pull Duck out of the water. Do you think he can? Let's read. Frog lends a hand. Frog lends a hand. Do you know what that means? It means Frog gives the duck some help. He's helping him. So this is a saying what we say, Frog lends a hand. Or if you want to ask somebody for help in the kitchen, maybe your mommy is cooking and she wants you to give her a plate or a cup and she'll say to you, Renna, give me a hand here. Come on, give us a hand here. It means give me some help. That's when we say give us a hand, okay? Frog grunts. Look at his eyes. Oh, Frog grunts. Duck is a bit plump. Plump means a bit overweight, a little bit fat. Not too fat, but plumpy, fatty. Look, 'cause he's big. Can you see him? The duck is bigger than the frog. So the frog grunts and says, "Frog grunts. Duck is a bit plump." So that's why he grunts. Look at his eyes. You see? And he's trying to pull the duck up, and he can't because he's smaller than the duck. Let's see what's going to happen. Page number 11. Look what happens. Pop! The duck at last is free out of the water onto the side. Who helped him? Frog. And there comes out the crust of bread as well. So they're both out of the water, and look at his eyes pop because he got him out. Look at his eyes, he's surprised, he's out of the water. Page number 12. Duck gets his crust. Remember the crust, the bread? He got his crust. Who helped him? The duck. But the duck is eating some with him as well. He's sharing. You see the duck? He is thankful to the frog because he helped him out of the water. Can you see them both sitting down, friends now? So you always must help anybody who needs your help and be helpful. You see, and now the duck and the frog are friends and they are sharing the crust of bread together and they're both happy. Can you see them sitting on the snow outside? Because it's very, very cold. Can you read the last sentence? Duck gets his crust. The end. Reading comprehension now. We've read the story and we're going to answer some of my questions, aren't we? Okay. Where does duck live? Where does duck live? Go back to the beginning, and if you can't remember, read and look at the beginning of the story and you'll remember. If you do, just answer and say, where does duck live? How does duck become stuck in the ice? How does it get stuck in the ice? What happens? Can you remember? What happens? What does he do, or what does he want to get? And that's why he gets stuck in the ice. Who rescues duck from the ice? Is it a lion? Oh, is it a cat? Is it a mouse or is it a frog? I wonder who rescues him. You think. Now, I'm going to ask you, and I want you to tell Mommy what you think. Does this story take place in summer or winter? How do you know? When you answer in which season, you have to say why. And why does duck share his crust with frog? Why does he sit with duck and give him some of his crust? It's bread. Why does he give him some? Why? What did the duck do? Think. Try to answer these questions. And if you do, that means you understood this story today. I'm going to ask you quickly one question. What is the title of our story? Come on, without looking. What is the title? What's the name of our story today? See you again, KG2. I miss you.